We've been discussing Ashley Cole, and you've been getting involved as well. If you want to get involved, you can tweet us at Sports Tonight TV. Oddbod, treble six, says, he said sorry, it should be the end of. England need Cole. Dropping him to prove a point won't help anyone, especially us. And a lot of people are saying that actually England need Cole more than Cole needs England. I mean, would you like to agree or
Definitely
disagree
not.
with that?
The England national team is miles bigger than any individual player. And Roy Hodgson's put two other left-backs in the squad, like Leighton Baines and Kieran Gibbs. I'm not saying they're as good as him, but I don't think, personally, fullbacks make that much difference to
Is there any
your
significance
side.
that Bertrand, as a left-back at Chelsea, has been given an extended contract at Stamford Bridge?
Well, I think it's really interesting, you know, that Ashley Cole hasn't yet been given a new deal. It expires at the end of the season. And I also think it's really interesting that last week, when Kieran Gibbs was called up to the squad, as well as Leighton Baines, when Kieran Gibbs drops out injured, it was interesting for me that Bertrand is then promoted to the England squad. And so he still remains, he does have three left-backs in his squad. Clearly, this is a burning issue in Hodgson's mind. I think that Hodgson will pick Ashley Cole Friday night. I really do. I think he'll take that decision. And I think it's a shame. I think the one way to really make a statement to Ashley Cole, and further than that, to England footballers, which is much more important probably, is take action that will hurt him, and being dropped will hurt him. I really do.
I mean, he has been bending and tugging his forelock to the FA today. He's also been doing the same thing to someone perhaps even more importantly today. There he is, meeting Prince William.
I wonder if he tweeted about Prince William.
Yeah,
I wonder what their conversation
was.
Well,
you see, that's the thing that gets me. Look at those. Look at that. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Andy Carroll, John Ruddy, all left laughing their heads off at what has, frankly, been, I think, a really unhappy affair. And fair enough, Prince William is laughing and making a joke of it.
Yeah.
By the way, what Ashley Cole called the FA includes him, because he's a member of the FA, don't forget.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't mean him. But there was a good point made, actually, in one of the newspapers today. So it's all very well Ashley Cole coming in, giving his opinion to the magistrates' course, because John Terry says it's his mate and he wants him to help him out. But John Obi Mikel was only 2 feet away.
He was the nearest person. He was the nearest person.
And there's a black footballer who, surely, if they were going to get an opinion, presumably he was asked and ducked out.
Yeah, or he didn't hear anything. If he's, you know, when all the noise gone in the game and you got the crowd, and they said to Obi Mikel, "What did you hear?" And he's gone, "I didn't hear anything." So then the question would be, how comes Ashley Cole could hear it and he was further away? So it's just, if you're asked to back up your mate, most people in life, if they could get their mate out of trouble, they would. I'm not saying that he's wrong for doing that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, he's shown his lack of intelligence and not getting his story straight.
Well, what he should have done, he should have just said, I'm really sorry, I didn't hear anything, I can't add anything to what happened and what didn't happen, and just stayed away from it, because he's got nothing to gain from being involved.
What happened is, I know that David Priest said the FA pulled him forward to give his testimony. It was him who volunteered himself by getting involved in the first place.
Which is why he feels so aggrieved.
If he said, as you said, no, I didn't hear anything, sorry, I can't help you, then he doesn't get dragged into the whole affair. And then to come and not get your statement correct, then the independent panel will look and say, actually, your statements don't sort of
I think he needs a good manager, as in agent, just to say, before he does anything, just ring me up, just tell me what you're going to do, and then we'll decide whether it's a good idea.
But he's got a history, and I know it's been well documented, of doing silly things, like taking the crossbow into the training
You've been reading
ground.
Cheryl's book, haven't you?
No, I'd rather eat it than read it. I'm in the book.
Okay.
I'm in the book. But he took the crossbow in, and then to fire it at, someone who's doing work experience, and everybody knows that he was called to task for that. But it seems from the outside is, when you're at school, you always have a mate in your group who'll do anything for like 50p. You go, eat that spider, and they go, yeah, all right, I'll go and do that.
Yeah.
Because they think it's funny and they want to be friendly with everybody.
Yeah.
I think Ashley Cole's one of them sort of people who, I don't think he's inherently a bad person. I don't think he's nasty or evil, but
He's a pebble eater.
He just does silly things, and he's not the most football intelligence, and on the football pitch, not a problem. I think in life and how you deal with other people and social intelligence, I don't think there's a lot there.